Hello.
Hello, hey, hi, hello, ciao. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend like I did. Okay, so welcome to another week. Uh, Um, I had a bit of issue. don't know what happened there, but I had a bit of issue with my microphone, but I think everything is fine now, and I hope you can hear me. Let's begin, because we do have a lot to go through today. So the earlier we start, the better. So let's start with the dollar and see what we have. So last week, if you remember, I gave that I'm looking for dollar to drop in here. Right? That's what I said I'm looking for dollar to drop into on Wednesday. And if we're going to get that, then we should get the euro and the foreign currencies to continue going up. And I specifically gave specifically gave pound from I remember Wednesday, where were we? Okay, Wednesday we were here. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, we were here. Yeah. And then I gave this level and then the equal high. Okay, I gave this level an equal high. We did come down and clear some people out of the boat on Thursday, but then ultimately price led back up to those levels. So on the daily, it just basically came back to this down candle and went up. Now the next upside objective would be this equal high. Actually, let me get rid of this thing here. Okay, the next upside objective will be that equal high. So you want to, I think there might be some form of a little pullback in here. Okay, when dollar does hit this gap, there might be a pullback, and that pullback, they didn't go to this breaker on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour as well. So this down candle right there, to me on the daily, is like price didn't come here. I'm sorry, on the hourly, price didn't come here. It did on the 4 hour, but on the hourly I was expecting the price of this down candle. So if we do get a bounce in here, this gap, and that is where I'm watching to see if price will bounce back into those levels, and then ultimately coming back down again. So we might be at a level where dollar will probably bounce a little bit. I don't expect this low to be taken today. It will take something dramatic to take out this low. So maybe Wednesday or Thursday, that's when I expect the low probably to be taken. But today, there might be a bounce from today or tomorrow. There might be a bounce from that level. So you want to keep an eye on dollar and this level here. Okay, especially if you go onto the daily, you want to measure. You want to measure this wick, and then find the middle from this to the low. Find the middle is somewhere within these two candles. Right, the second one. So that's the middle. You want to watch that level. There might be a bounce, and then that bounce could probably take us back into the breaker that I've just given. Okay, and then probably another leg down. So if we get a bounce, that's where I'll be watching, and then look for a leg down. It looks like it wants to roll over. That's how it looks like to me. It's like, you know, when you drop a ball, a football, right? When you drop a football, it bounces. The first bounce is hard, it goes higher, and then bounces again, and then it fails to make another high, then bounces again, then it fails to make a high. Okay, so the more it bounces, the heavier it gets to stay down, if you get what I'm trying to say. So let's say you get this and then you drop it. The first bounce goes higher, then bounce again, and then bounces again. Okay, and then the more it bounces, the lower it gets, and it gets heavier to the downside. That's how I see dollar doing. So we had the first bounce in here, down, down, another down, and then down, something like that. But this, if this down is going to happen, maybe they might give us the results for the election, right? The results for the election, which can cause price to spread its wings to the downside. So on the daily, if you had to take out this low, actually the level I'm watching is on the weekly. So if you had to take out that low, the next level I'm watching is this one. Okay, so if you had to break that low, the next level I'm watching is that as a target, not as a area to hit and then continue going low higher, but it's just a target. So if you had to break this low, that's my next downside objective on the dollar. And on euro, I did also give this trade idea, I think on Wednesday, for continuation to the upside, right? We did come back down on Thursday, run people out, and then we've gone above it. This level is, there's a small time frame level inside there. That's why it causing price to go into a bit of a retracement. But ultimately, I'm expecting that high to be taken. So this could lead price to go into a bit of retracement, and then I'm expecting this gap as my next upside objective. So on the 4-hour, it looks like this. Alright, so this and that's my next upside objective on euro. So we could retrace, and then I'll be expecting higher prices again. They have run people out from the market. Those who were trying to catch that long or a continuation to the upside, they've been run out. So price should just continue going higher. I did give my members, I think on Friday, this trade idea to look for this upside objective. So we should be in quite a deep profit by now on this one, but we are expecting a continuation to the upside. So we have to take something off and then leave the rest to continue going higher. Let me check quickly. Give me 1 second. Let me check quickly. Yep, so I gave that one, and then euro yen. We will look at euro yen in a second. Okay, so that has, let me see the target on that one. Yeah, both target has been met. So you should be, most of your profit should be off by now. Okay, I think I've doing my analysis over the weekend, I've deleted the actual setup. So the actual setup was here with a stop loss, below there, and then this was our upside objective with this as the second the first target. okay, and that as your second target. So you should be taking most of your profit off and then let the rest run and see how far it's gonna go. Okay. New Zealand, I also had a trade idea since down here, and we were looking for the equal high and this gap as the next upside objective. So New Zealand dollar, we are still looking for upside objectives. I think New Zealand is just not willing to drop. Yesterday I did my long-term analysis. I did my long-term analysis, and this pair is really bullish. Not this one, but I gave a trade idea. I think I shared it everywhere. The New Zealand yen and the New Zealand Swiss. Okay, you want to be in those ones. The New Zealand yen and the New Zealand Swiss, and New Zealand CAD, and Euro New Zealand. We'll go through all of them because it's just not willing to come down. And looking at how we consolidated here, okay, if you look at the weekly time frame, the way we consolidated here is a sign of accumulation. Okay, so this accumulation is, to me, I think I've already shared this with you guys, right? This whole move to the downside, will be duplicated to the upside, okay, for next year. For this year we might finish in here, and then there will be a kind of a pullback, and then next year we will see a continuation to the upside. So you really want to find an entry on this one going into next year. I think around there might be a pullback around January, around January somewhere, and then with that pullback you want to join the continuation to the upside, because this pair is really bullish, right? So on New Zealand yen, I'm still expecting higher prices. I don't want to see it come down. So your trigger, or how you will get an entry, is, for now, is a bit high to get an entry. It's producing a down candle. So anytime it does produce another down candle, let's say tomorrow, okay, tomorrow ends up being a down candle. If it produces a down candle, the day after it produces a down candle, you want to be buying. So let's say this day, okay, it produces a down candle. Next day you want to be buying. Okay, it produces a down candle. Next day you want to be buying. It produces a down candle. Next day you want to be buying. So let's say tomorrow creates a down candle. The following day, which is Wednesday, you want to be buying for a continuation to the upside, right? For you to be in this trade. If not, then it's not going to give you any meaningful pullback, because every pullback has been really shallow. It's not been any deep pullback apart from this one. Okay, there's not been any meaningful pullback. So if you want to get in, that's how you will get in. So if we produce a down day, then the next day you want to be in. We produce a down day, the next day you want to be in. Okay, that's how you're gonna catch a buy on this bullish price action. On dollar, Aussie dollar, we are almost at this equal high. I think that's where price is trying to reach for in this short term. So I'm still looking for, let's remove this. Okay, I'm still looking for this equal high to be tapped and for price to reach for this level. That's on the daily, right here. Okay, between that and this, so that's what I'm expecting price to reach for on the upside, and then we'll be looking for a move above this high. Okay, so you want to, I think, a pullback is all you need, or maybe a run on stop. So you want to watch this down candle here. Okay, it could lead price to go up and take out this equal high, or just watch it and see if it does run the low, then you want to be buying below that low. It looks scary, but it will be the right thing to do, right? Because we are almost at running this equal high. So any run or stop will probably, any price below a swing low will probably be a run or stop to kill any buyer before they ultimately run price higher. So you could frame a trade idea like this, from this down candle to go back up, leave it here, and take out this high into those levels. Alright, so you could do something like this, and if it does come below here, then that is even better, because then they'll be running out people from the market, and then you could buy at a cheaper price. Okay, so if it does come down here, then that is even better, because then that's the best place to be a buyer anyway, whilst we are almost running this equal high. Dollar CAD, I've keep mentioning that this pair will go sideways because the CAD, I'm expecting weakness in CAD, and we do have weakness in the dollar. So this pair is not doing much. It's just gonna keep going back and forth. So you want to stay away from this. The long idea that we had, if you're still long, then by all means you want to keep it. Personally, last week I didn't get a re-entry on this one because I was expecting this high to be broken or price to close above that before I start looking for longs again, and it didn't do that, so I couldn't get an entry on this. So if you did catch the buy and you've taken partial, then obviously you want to just sit in there and see what will happen, because ultimately I think CAD should be weak. If it breaks back this low, okay, if we come below this low, then I think they will run back down again. But until then, they will keep doing up and down, right? So it's either you stay with the trade, or you close it and then see what price is gonna do. I will not choose that for you. You have to make that decision. Dollar Swiss. Last week I did, I think on Monday. Yeah, Monday I did give this short here to take first target, second target, and then look for continuation to the downside. We did have a pullback, and I think on Thursday I gave this to my members as well. That price has come back to a very nice level, which was this last up candle here. Okay, and we could see a continuation to the downside. So we are still expecting this level as our main target. So if you did catch it, well done, and just keep holding on to this trade. We're expecting price to rebalance this whole bullish move on the upside. We're getting a downside delivery as well, so price to come back to the pip. Okay, it needs to hit this level to the pip. So that's what I'm expecting. Be not far away. If you want to join in, you can join in, and then leave your stop above this high. Okay, leave your stop above that high, and then look for the continuation to the downside. Euro pound, we are almost at the final target, which was this equal low. It didn't quite get to the entry I expected, but it did give a breaker entry here, right there. So that down candle gave a breaker entry, and since then we've seen a continuation to the downside. So I'm still expecting this equal low to be run properly into the down candle on the weekly. So I'm still expecting price to run this low, that one properly. Okay, this is just too shallow, So I think it's gonna come back down again and run it properly to this down candle, right? And then I'll be expecting a big push to the upside again. So I expect price to continue going lower on this. We had a kind of OTE or New York kill zone sell. If you did understand it, then obviously you could have taken advantage of it. So there's no actual entry right now. It's just price is gonna continue going lower. So it's either you sit on your hands or find something else to trade. Don't jump in. But if you're already in, then by all means look for the continuation to the downside. But most of your profit should come off at this equal low, and then you let the rest run to continue going lower. Aussie New Zealand. So this morning this pair has again, just like last week it did to me. This has also punished me this morning with a small loss, but it's just a minor loss, so it's not a problem. So I saw this high, that low. So I saw this low, that high, that low, and then we closed above here. Okay, and then it came back down again to take out these stops. So with this pull to continue going higher, I didn't expect price to come back down again, right? So I was expecting price to at least come back to, that was too far. I think it was here. So I was expecting, so this is the trade idea I had this morning. Yeah, so this trade idea I had this morning, and again it stopped me out right here. Okay, and that's fine. I think price is going sideways. So we had low, high, low. We took out this high, came back down, took out this equal high, took out this low, took out that high, and then we're back down to taking this low out. So I think price is gonna stay sideways. So it could be a sign of accumulation. At the same time, we have a monthly level at that level. Monthly level at that level. So we do have this monthly level here, and if we drop down to the daily, we have this down candle at the same place, and we are trading off from the main threshold of that. So I was expecting a bit of a bounce back to this last up candle and then maybe a continuation to the downside, and price didn't do that. So if we do close below this low, then I think I'll sell more to come down here. Right there. So if we do close bearish today below this candle, then this last up candle will be a sign to me of selling more whilst price is going down. Okay, the up candle whilst price is going down means selling more. So if you close below, next day I'm selling, right? So that's the business on this one. So the loss scrapped. Euro New Zealand, another pair that I think there was a great trade from last week. I didn't share this with anyone. I took it on my demo account with the understanding that I'm just watching to see what price is gonna do. Okay, so I was selling short above this old high and then targeting this low. Okay, and it did play out, but I just didn't have confidence in sharing it with members because there was a lot of manipulation going on. So I was expecting maybe a run above this high before the sell. Nevertheless, it did play out. We are still bearish on Euro New Zealand. We are expecting price to continue going lower. So this was the trade idea that I was looking for last week. Right, we did get, or I did get that, so that was good to see. We do have a breaker in here, so if we do get price to pop up in there, we didn't get any retest. So you can see I've highlighted breakers that played out over the week, and this is one of them that price didn't come back when it broke down. So we could get price to push up in there and then a continuation to the downside. On the downside, my objective is these two levels. All right. So I'm looking for a continuation to the downside, basically. So if you do get price to pop its head into that breaker, you could consider a sell and then look for a continuation to the downside. So let me push this one here. Between the low and the open, that's where you're looking for the entry. I like the open. You can use the low and then look for those downside objectives. And I think that would be the same for Euro Aussie. Let's check Euro Aussie. Okay, so Euro Aussie, I was doing some training with a friend of mine, and last week we saw price bounce from two levels, which is that level and this level. So last week price got stuck in here. That's why price is stuck in that range. So it's coming off from a previous breaker to another rejection block, so price got stuck in here. I still think it should go lower. So on the hourly, we have another possible breaker in here, so we could see a bit of a bounce, but we shouldn't go higher because there's another breaker in here. So it's gonna stay within this range for some time. So I don't think you should worry yourself too much about this pair. So we could stay in here and then ultimately break down. That's what I think will happen. So if you don't mind, you could take a long from here to there, and then maybe a sell from here back to this gap, and that would be it. Those are the two levels I'm seeing currently. So a long from here to the breaker, a sell from the breaker to the gap, and then that's it. Then everything will be balanced. Then I'll be looking for continuation to the downside. On pound New Zealand, the only level I'm interested on this is up here. Since last week we've done basically nothing, so the only level I'm interested in right now is this one. Okay, so you can keep this one on your chart. Actually, I'm gonna send this one out so that in case we see some crazy bullishness in British pound and it does get there, you already have this. So let's put it right here. Alright, so that is pound New Zealand. Yen, amazing. So last week I mentioned that we could do what? if you are with me Wednesday, I said we should break this low, but we do have a down candle in here, right there. That was a breakout, but on the daily, it's a daily down candle, and we are still bullish. So if you're bullish, then I'll be expecting a continuation to the upside. It didn't quite give any proper entry, so unless you were looking at it based on the 15 minutes time frame, then yes, you would have got an entry down here, which is essentially what I did, right? Because we are hitting a daily down candle, and we just want to continue going higher. Why? Because the daily is bullish. Okay, the daily, we have a breaker in here. Okay, so daily is bullish. We came back down. If you look at the range between this low and that high, we dipped down below 50%, so that's all it needs to continue going higher. All right, so you're looking for a continuation to the upside on euro yen. At the moment, we've reached to me, that's a target. So a target has been met. The next upside objective will be this. So if you do pull back into, I think in here, this down candle could cause price to continue going higher. There, cause price to continue going higher. I like this low gap in here, so drop price in there. Right there. Okay, so you want to look for a buy to continue going higher. If we break this low, then I'll look for the down candle on the daily. I don't think it's going to happen today, but in case, let's say price does break the low tomorrow, then you could look for price to return to somewhere here, and then still look for a continuation to the upside, because we are not bearish, we are bullish, so we're going to continue going higher. NZD yen, I think I shared this one with everyone, so nothing much to say about it than just to continue holding on to it. Okay, we are looking for a continuation to the upside. So New Zealand yen, we are still bullish. For me to be bearish, we need to come back down and take out this low here, then I'll look for downside objectives, but for now it's all up. Euro yen, I gave the same thing on this one, based on the daily, because the daily retraced to where rebalance this whole crazy move to the upside. So it came back down to rebalance this crazy move to the upside here, right? And we're turning around. So if you are in our free Discord, I think I shared this with the members, to look for a continuation to the upside, right? So that's what I'm expecting. We did have a down candle on Friday, so that to me is a sign of accumulation. If we close above today on this down candle, you want to be looking for longs, because they've accumulated or they've bought here. Okay, it's similar to when they was going down. So they sold here, and the next day went down, so you want to be selling the following day. Same thing, they went down here, so if you close, then they accumulated longs in here, so you want to be buying the next day to continue going higher. All right, your upside objective on this one will be, because I am long already on this one. Let's go into the hourly. Yeah, I like this level as a potential target just to ease off the trade, to make it a risk-free trade, you just take something off. So if you do catch a buy tomorrow, just take something off here to, make the trade risk-free, and then you hold on to the rest to see how far it's gonna go. Right, I like this as a potential another upside objective, and then the rest I'll just let it run. Okay, so this will be a 2 upside objectives, and then the rest I'll let it run to see how far it's gonna go. Based on the daily, it should come back up here. Okay, based on the daily time frame, it should continue going higher, but anything is possible, and it might not get there. So if it doesn't, then you don't lose anything because you have taken partials. So that's another equal high, so potential profit target. And that's Euro yen. Swiss yen, I also shared this last week. I didn't quite get to the level that I was expecting. I was expecting it to run below this low first and then hit this. That level is coming from my daily time frame. So the closing price on this last down candle here, that's what I was expecting price to come to and then go up. And they've just rejected and going higher. So breaker entries, that's all you need. So if you can find a breaker entry, this level here, that's a breaker. Alright, so if price is to dip back down there, you want to look for an entry, and these are my upside objectives. I do see a market maker sell model, sorry, a buy model with this equal high as the, or this consolidation as the main target. So for now, that's where I'm aiming for, with a partial, the partial right. I think that was coming from the daily. Yeah. So with a partial right here, because that is a down candle prior to this move up, taking out this high. So that's a breaker to me. So that's what I'm expecting to take something off. So I did catch a long from the very first day it bounced in here. So I caught this one. So I've been in this trade for since Wednesday. Okay, and I've just held on to it. So my first target is here, and I'm looking for a potential run above this equal high. Okay, I'm not expecting higher because this pair is currently bearish or sideways, because we have a breaker on the daily to the downside, not to the upside. All right, so then I'm not expecting price to continue going there. These are my 2 upside objectives, and once I get them, I'll see what price is willing to do. If it's gonna go higher, I'll still have something on to just let it keep going higher, and if it doesn't, no problem, because I've already taken most of my profit off. Okay, so if you do catch a buy, or if you want to look for a buy, wait for a pullback and then you continue going higher with it. Okay, dollar yen. Dollar yen is another one that I shared, from the down candle on the daily. We hit the high, okay, and we stuck there basically. So I'm expecting this also to push high. Where is my first target? My first target is back to this low. Okay, that is my, give me a second, let me get rid of these lines. Okay, so my first target is this, is the mean threshold of the gap on the daily. So if you do get the price to continue going higher, that's my first target. We did break market structure on the 1 hour in here. Okay, we had a low, high, and then we had a high. So I'm not expecting this low to be taken. If we take out this low, then my eyes will go to the mean threshold of the down candle. So, oh, sorry, the opening price. So if we have to take out this low, then I'll be expecting another break in market structure here to go up again, right? So because we broke market structure here, I'm not expecting this low to be broken yet. And if we also break this high, that will be another extra confirmation for higher prices on dollar yen, right? It's either it's gonna pull back or go sideways, just like the dollar CAD is doing, because this would just be 2 week pairs. So it's not gonna go up or it's not gonna go down. It's just gonna go sideways. Okay, so it's either you look for a buy or you stay away, because I don't think it should drop from where we are. I don't think it should drop. CAD yen, I also shared this as well from the 4-hour. I shared a buy from this down candle, and since then we've stayed exactly where we are. We've not moved much, and the reason being two week pairs. So yen is weak, CAD is weak. That's why we are seeing this. At some point, one of them is going to spread its wings, and I believe because we are bullish on the daily, I believe it's going to be the yen to be weak and CAD to be slightly stronger, and this will cause price to push just a little bit higher. Again, I'm not expecting this to run up crazily to the upside. That's not what I'm expecting, but at least I'm expecting some form of a kind of a pullback. So between this high and that low, at least back to this high, right? So that's the sort of trade I'm looking for on this pair. So we are consolidating now. After consolidation, there is expansion. So I'm expecting expansion very soon, whether to the upside or downside. That's to be price will determine that, but I think it should be to the upside. New Zealand cards. So we have reached. Again, I've deleted the levels I had. Let me see if I have them here. Yep, I've deleted the levels I had from last week, and I think we have reached the target, because the target was this gap on the 4-hour. This was the 2 targets on the upside, and then once we reach them, then we look for the upside objectives, which is the red lines. So last week these were the 2 targets, and then this on the upside, and currently we have reached them. Okay, we've reached that one. We almost got to the second one, and then we'll be looking for a continuation to the upside. On the daily, they did leave a down candle here, so if we do pull back to that level again, that'd be a good place to look for a buy again to continue going higher. So if price is to pull back to this level, okay, you want to look for another buy. Do not sell short until we break this down candle, because price is not bearish. Okay, it will. Don't be sold by retail thinking. Okay, retail thinking is, okay, price is going up, it's too expensive, so let's sell. It doesn't work like that. Okay, the fact that price is dropping doesn't mean that you have to, the fact that price is high doesn't mean that you have to sell. You have to have criteria that will let you sell. So my criteria is, if daily is bullish, at least we need to break a down candle before I'll feel comfortable selling. So now we've been bullish from down here. Okay, I was actually bullish from here. We did run me out, and then ultimately we're up here. So for me to be bearish, okay, then I'll have to or they have to take out this low, close below it, then I'll start looking for a sell. If not, then I'm not interested in selling. Okay, so you could look for a buy, wait for price to hit it, bounce, break structure, whether 15 or 1 hour, and then you look for a continuation to the upside. So that's my that's what I'm expecting on this pair. Let's quickly jump to this one because I can see we've had, okay, I don't know what happened there, but that's good. Whatever happened there, that's good. Something unexpected has happened. Let's double check. I don't know what that is, but $250. I don't think there's nothing out there. US recovery gain. Right, that means nothing. Could be a short-term volatility. Nothing much, so let's not worry about that. I think it's gonna continue going down. Let's see. All right. Where were we? Where were we when we were you? Where were we when we were we? Okay, so we got to Cardian. Right, Cardian, we're seeing the expansion now. Let's go in here. Sorry, New Zealand CAD. So New Zealand CAD, you want to watch this level. Sorry, I got lost. You want to look at this level and see tomorrow is we're gonna give you some form of a, because this is not bearish, it's sideways, and this is just probably a pullback, right? So this is a daily down candle, so I've highlighted the high, sorry, the open, the main threshold, and the rejection. You want to watch those levels and look for a rejection to continue going higher. Gold, okay, gold has just swept the equal low that I was expecting them to. I think it's going to expand to the downside. They shouldn't just take out this low, it should continue going lower more than this. Okay, so gold shouldn't reject, because if reject is not good, it should just go down to this level here. Right, that's where gold should at least come back down there. So that's where I'm expecting gold to drop to. Alright, so today, coming into this week, this is the idea I had in mind, which is we open and then price will go up and sell the idea that we're going higher, and then reject and go lower. But they didn't sell that idea. I don't like the fact that we've dropped on Monday. It's a sign of possible a reversal. So we could drop all the way down there and then probably get a reversal this week, right? So I'm looking for a continuation to the downside. I think it's gonna give this kind of move again. So you want to watch gold and pay attention to it. Oil, oil failed to it failed to close below this high. Where is it? Yeah, right there. So it failed to close below this high on Friday. Because of that, then it just want to go higher. So coming into this week, I have a buy idea to continue going higher. So where we are now, we could hit that and then continue going higher. Okay, we've broken above that high. That level is important because that's the last rejection to the downside. So if they've gone above it, we should find support there and then scream higher. On the upside, we have this high, and there is a gap on the weekly, and I'm expecting price to go into that gap and fill that in. So I'm expecting price to come and fill this one in. But it will not do that. I think it will do that in stages. You might hit this and then retrace and then go back up to the middle and then retrace and then finally close inside it. All right. So you could look for something like that on oil. If we happen to drop back down, then you could look for an entry there to continue going higher. All right. So that's what I have on oil. The level we are trading at is not bad place. It's just stuck in the middle of nowhere. So if I want to take that trade, I will have to put my stop loss below this down candle here, and then I can take that trade to continue going higher. So if I want to catch this, then I'll have to do it this way. Aussie CAD. We got a bounce off from the daily down candle, but not enough to go above that high. Looking at the daily, looking at the 4-hour and 1-hour, I think I like this level, and that would be the mean threshold of the down candle, of this down candle. That's the one I like. So we could hit that and then reject and go high again. So you could attempt a long in there with a stop just below this, and then you look for a continuation to the upside. I like the fact that they've left equal highs in here, so that's good. And then I'll look for the next upside objective, okay, with a first target above this equal high. So that's something I'll watch. And then finally, Aussie Yen. Aussie Yen, we came to, I think I shared this one as well, to this down candle, and we fell short from the daily by I think a pip, a tiny little pip right here. Okay, fell short. I had a buy limit there, it didn't quite get there. I think it saw my buy limit and said, nope, I'm not giving you an entry. Okay, it saw my entry and it said, nope, I'm not giving you an entry. So no problem. I did manage to get myself an entry this morning. So this morning I woke up and this is where I saw price. Right here. I saw price right there, so I decided to join in. It would have been cool to buy on Friday, but Friday you don't want to do anything. So I woke up, price was trading at this bullish order block, so I went long in here, and we've just retraced into the bullish order block again. So that's another good area to continue going higher. You want to be in this we've already been here, so this gap as a potential target right there. So buying here, targets in there is not bad. Okay, we've already missed the actual entry, but that's where you're gonna key off from to target there as your upside objective for today. And then long term, you want to continue holding this, because I am expecting this to go back up and take out. I'm expecting to go back up and take out that high and that high, because the daily is bullish, so I'm expecting continuation to the upside. Alright, so if you do catch the entry, that's exactly the mean threshold of this. You want to take something off at the rejection, you want to take something off, and then the rest you let it run. So you want to take something off here, something off there, and then the rest you want to let it run. Alright, so that will bring us to the end of the pairs that I actually look at. Is there any pair anyone wants me to look at? Let's go here and look at the Swiss pairs. New Zealand, Swiss. I also gave this last week from, that's me practicing from here, and these were your upside objectives. So first target is there, second target is there, and then you're looking for these two upside objectives as well. Right, so again, if you did catch this long, make sure you've collapsed most of your trades, and then the rest is just free trade. Okay, risk-free trade. So you want to hold on to it till it gets to this upside objective. Again, this is another pair that I'll try and find an entry myself, because this is just consolidating. I don't think it's gonna drop. We are consolidating above an old high, which is very good. Right, we are not dropping, because the difference between, so when we have a high, when you have a swing high and price breaks it, it's either it's gonna go up quickly and reject and come down, then we have a reversal. Okay, or it's gonna go up, let me do this. Okay, it's gonna go up and blow through it quickly. Okay, that's another movement of price breaking a high. Or the third one is gonna break it and then go sideways. Okay, when it's going sideways above the high, that's accumulation. Okay, it's accumulating more longs to continue going higher. So they can accumulate more longs and then drop, but that drop is just to draw more sellers in the market and then take the other side of their trade and reject and then go higher. So that will be a market maker buy model when it's dropping. So they are just accumulating longs in here, drop again, accumulate more longs, drop again, accumulate more longs, and once they've got enough, maybe back to this or back to this high. Once they've got enough longs, and then they will reject and then continue going higher. So I like what they are doing above this high, because it's an indication of a continuation to the upside. If it was going to reverse, okay, it needs to go up. Let me find an example. So if you are going to drop above a high, okay, it needs to go there like this. It needs to take out the high and then reject. This would be a reversal. Okay, that would be a reversal. But if it goes there and then pause like this, that's not a reversal to me. That's a sign of accumulation again for another leg up or a retracement and a continuation to the upside. Because you're still trading above, down candles, that's why I think they are accumulating longs to go higher. If we were trading below the down candles, then I'll say okay, they're accumulating shorts to come down. So if we happen to trade back below one of these down candles, especially the last one, if we trade or close below that, then I think they might be coming down for a retracement. But until that happens, I will still look for the upside objectives or keep buying. Intraday analysis. Give me a second. Card switch. This pair you want to stay away because I can see they are killing. They are taking out both longs and shorts. So you don't want to do anything on this. Euro, Swiss, definitely nothing on this. That has been going sideways for almost 2 weeks now. We had a pull up on Monday, and then since then sideways for 2 weeks. It's an accumulation of orders to the upside, I think, on this pair. So we had accumulation and we rallied, and then we're going sideways, so I think price is gonna rally again. Aussie, Swiss, we're still not doing much. Same thing, sideways. Okay, so you don't want to do anything when we are going sideways. Pound, Swiss, I will still look for a pullback before doing anything. Let's go on the daily. This one looks tricky. We do have equal high, so you might just go for the equal high. It didn't quite get to, at least, yeah, it did get to 50%, so that's fine. It could be going for this equal high. So if you do get a pullback on the hourly or 4 hour, you want to, well, it's gone in it. Sorry, my bad, it's just funny. If there's pullback, it has already done so here. So that would have been a good place to enter long to target the equal high. But it's already done it. So finding an entry right now would be a bit difficult unless you want to chase price, which I don't recommend that. But if you want to chase it and look for the equal high, then that will be your own cup of tea. Yeah, you're gonna drink it yourself. So I think I'll look for maybe another pullback once we break above this high. So if we break above this high, then I'll wait for another pullback just like this, and then I'll look for a long. Oh wow, what happened there? Let's see. Let's go back to the dollar. Let's check the news because that looks really bullish. I think this is just a run on people. Okay, remember this level I was talking about earlier? It didn't quite get there. I think it's a run on people. They might reject and then come back down again. Okay, so if we break above this high, then I'll change my bias, but this might be a run on people to come back to the breaker because when price opened, that's where I was expecting to rally to before dropping. So this might be a run on people, and then we look for a continuation to the downside. If it does break this high, I think they have changed direction. Let's go into the daily. Yeah, I think it's a run on stops. Let's go and see what this did. That's some crazy move within this short period of time. Let's continue. We'll find out what happens later. Crypto. Thank God I did buy this thing. Thank God I did get in. Alright, so crypto, Bitcoin, I think a lot of people are talking about it. Like I said in the community, you do have, I do get a lot of notification. I get notification on my Snapchat to buy Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is not my cup of tea right now. We're almost at that high, and I think that we will get a pullback. Right now, I'm not interested. Where it is, it's too high. Okay, for the short period of time, I don't know if you use ADR. It's very high. Let's see. We have had it. If we close above this high, then I would say they've reaccumulated again. So if they close above, let's change this to blue. Okay, if they close above this high, I would say they've reaccumulated again, and therefore price is gonna continue going higher. All right, so if they close above this down candle, then they've reaccumulated, just like reaccumulation. So if they close above that, that's a reaccumulation, so they might be going higher. Okay, so Bitcoin right now, not interested. If you want to be interested, wait for at least a closure above the down candle. I mean a proper close. Then you can look for a trade to the all-time high, and then once you get there, you want to be really careful. Okay, so that is that. This has also reaccumulated. We've had another reaccumulation in here, so I think it's going to continue going higher. All the cryptos, they are going to go higher. Okay, so light or lit, how do you gonna pronounce Litecoin or Litcoin? Litcoin, Litecoin. I'll be looking for this. Let's see. There's a tiny little gap. That's why I'll look for price to drop in. There. Okay. Litecoin. That's why I'll look for price to get into. But this one is okay. I had a different one. Give me a second, because I'm using Coinbase. Coinbase doesn't have enough data. Let's use this one. Add to my watch list. Get rid of that one. So yesterday I was watching this and I wanted to see a bit of a pullback. It didn't. The 4-hour candle, this one didn't give up, and as soon as I saw it didn't want to give up, then I jumped in. Okay, so I jumped into this at I think 47 cents. That's why I got in. So I think we're gonna go higher. I don't see anything institutional wise. If it's traded by institutions, I don't see anything institutional wise to stop price right now. This level, we might have maybe a pause again, like we had a pause in here. We might get another pause there. This is very bullish. I want you to look at how long it consolidated down here. So based on the weekly, okay, if you are familiar with Wyckoff, okay, and Wyckoff schematics, if you're familiar with that, okay, we had selling climax. We have the I'm calling the I'm familiar with the upside. Okay, I'm familiar with the upside where you have the what do they call it, PSY. I don't know how I came up with those names. So PSY, selling climax, and that'll be your uptrend. So you have to find the downside for it. The downside, the only thing I remember is the spring. Okay, and this is the test, and then this is the markup. So if you look at Wyckoff, we have just accumulated and moved away from accumulation. So this is really bullish. Like I mentioned the last time, my tip off is we're gonna get 10. Okay, so you want to, at least for now, 1. That's the level I'm seeing price maybe reaching for. Okay, right there. For now, that's where I'm seeing price reaching for. All right. Once we break above that high, and you can see price when we shot up from here to 3, so from down here to 3, and then we came all the way back down and took out those stops and then reaccumulated again, right? It will go to at least the 50% of the range again before maybe pulling back down. So the 50% of the range is 50% of the range is all the way up here. So 1.74 at least. Okay, so my objective there is reasonable. This gap is reasonable. So you want to be getting in the small pullbacks. All right. Like I said, thank God I did get in. Yesterday I was thinking about it. Should I get in? Should I not get in? And I just finally decided to get in. So I got in on this one, and then on that one I decided to put a small position on as well. So yesterday in the evening, around 8 o'clock, this down candle, I wanted to see it come down here, then I'll get in, but I didn't. So once I saw this rejecting, I said, okay, why not? Let me just jump in, and I jumped in. So I'm expecting this to also continue going higher into 628, 647. Looking at the weekly, again, we shot up from here. Okay, this low shot up from there to up there, and then we came all the way back down and took that low out, and then we accumulated longs and we pushed away. So this is the first area of accumulation. I don't want to get rid of them, but this is what I'm seeing. So we have accumulation here, Wyckoff accumulation in here, and then we popped out retracement. So this is your first area of what? Accumulation, and we've pushed away. So we're gonna form another area of accumulation somewhere in here, and then we pop one more time up to go back to 50% again, mean threshold of this to that in here, or this to that 50% there. So you want to get some ETH as well. The other one, let me see the name of that. What was the name again? Let me copy that one. So the other one is right. Oh, that was a good one. Let me see what I said. So if you close above that, then it should rally. Yeah. So that is also going to at least the 50% of this low to that high. So if you measure this low to that high, 50%, that is possible. Right there. Let me see if it did come to 127. Didn't quite get there. So this is a stop run. So it could be a reversal to continue going higher, but at least you want to get something off here. So you're looking at this gap, okay, and then above this level, so the mean threshold. If we go through this, then target up there. Okay, so if price managed to go through this gap, break through it, you want to target here. Let's go and check indices. I don't know what happened with the dollar right there, but that is a crazy move. Indices. Okay, indices, I don't have anything on these three. That has reached that first target there. UK 100 is still moving around, and then IT 40 almost gradually getting there. So IT 40, you're expecting that, and then franc 40, we've reached that upside objective. So we'll be looking for the next upside objective, which is 5774. And that should be it. Pound CAD, we have exploded to the upside. So if you did miss that entry that I gave last time, which was here, right there, and you're looking for, what was the target again? Yeah, this equal high. So you're looking for that equal high. So if you've missed it, remember we are still in the dates I gave you guys. We are still within the dates that I gave you guys. So any pullback, you want to jump in. Okay, so if you do get pullback, maybe to here. Okay, if you do get a pullback, you want to jump in because the date is still, I think they mid the date is, I think is still the date is still mid-December. Okay, so the date is still mid-December, so you want to get in on a pullback to continue going higher. Do you think I should sell or keep hold my Baba stock? What is your Baba stock? You mean Alibaba? Wow, that is a huge sell-off. That is a huge sell-off. Very interesting. This could change the bias for the foreign currencies. Yeah, that could change the bias for the foreign currencies. Well, whoever that news is, that is absolutely unreasonable. That's Monday trading for you. What goes down must come up. Good observation. They might be coming down for this equal low and then a rejection. But that is one crazy move. That level I had up there, let's have a look. So that level I have there, that's why I like taking partials, because anything can happen in Forex. So it's a 15 minutes last up candle chilling. This one, okay, that's where we sold off. It doesn't look like an up candle. It looks like a wick on the 1 hour time frame, but that's the last up candle prior to all this move down. So you can see exactly where it did hit, and then boom. looks like they might be coming for this equal low. Oops. Let's see what they do with it. That's boosted the dollar yen trade idea that I was talking about. Okay, you see that goes sideways or it push higher. Yep. Absolutely crazy. MUFC page. Could you please tell me which stock you're talking about? I don't know what Baba stock is. Let's have a look. BABA. I don't know what that is. Could be this one or that one. Maybe this one. If you can tell me exactly which one it is, then I will look at it for you. If it's this, then we have broken structure on the 4-hour. So if it's the, sorry, on the weekly. So if it's this one and you are if you're short, then by all means keep it, because it's gonna continue going lower. Yeah, if you're short, then keep it. I'm just in shock. I'm in shock of what I'm seeing. Any other pair that anyone wants me to look at? Unbelievable. Oh well, whatever they give us, we're gonna trade it. Okay, nothing to worry, because we trade with smart money all the time. So if they go up, we will see it. If they go down, we will see it. It's just that first initial rush that kind of, put everyone to the wrong side. So that first rally or first change of direction is always going to be a shock, and then you just have to stick with the narrative. So if they are going up, then you just change and go with them. Okay, so you always, this is why no one is 100% right, because you will get it wrong at some point, and then you have to switch and go with what is happening. So for example, right now we are looking for higher prices on this, okay, and then price just drop all of a sudden. It doesn't mean that you're not going to take a loss. You will take a loss, because initially price was going up, so you get it wrong here, and then once you get it wrong, because price has changed direction, then you just change direction and go short. Okay, but if anyone tells you they're 100% right, this is what you tell them, that you're just trying bullshit, because you can't predict every single move in the market, right? So let's have a look at gold. Any other pair anyone wants me to look at before I disappear and go and do other stuff? Okay, I guess there's no other question and there's nothing else for me to look at for anyone. So I'm gonna end here. Thank you very much for your patience and for being around. I will touch base with the YouTube members on Wednesday, same time at 2 p.m. And then I'll touch base with our members tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I think we do have a lesson tomorrow, if my mind sends me right. I can't remember the topic. I did give the topic for you to write it down, for you to remember me on Tuesday. So if you do remember, then tomorrow morning try and let me know the topic I said I was going to talk about. So I'll leave you guys here, and I'm going to go back and do more reading and more learning. So I'll touch base later. Take care of yourself.